I'm about to show you your very next chord on guitar. Hopefully you're coming from the first video I did, the first guitar lesson you should ever receive. The video I already did that, and you find the link to the very first guitar lesson in the video description. Hopefully you come from there, because there we already played two chords, E minor and A sus2. And in this video I want to show you not only again the E minor chord, a little recap, but I also want to show you the A major chord. So those chords are kind of like the basis for everything. And now you probably say, okay, I've never done this before and I'm struggling with it. That's totally normal. Give yourself some time to get used to all this crazy stuff you're doing right now, like grabbing a chord. I mean, this is crazy for your fingers if you've never done this before. Or hold a pick and strum at a certain point, like closer to the bridge or closer to the neck. So everything is so new and you have to get used to so many stuff. So give yourself time to get used to all those crazy fun things, and at least do it for about 2 months or something, 5 minutes a day. And then you can decide if it's something for you or not. But I promise you, you probably will stick to the guitar and you will be addicted to it, to learn more stuff, because it's so much fun to do. Let's start out with the stuff we already did. A little recap. As I said before, we play E minor, which we play the following way. Index finger goes onto the A string, which is the second string from your point of view, and into the second fret, the second field here. And the middle finger goes right on the next string, on the D string, which is the third string from your point of view. When you have the right angle, it should sound like this. Don't leave your hand or your fingers lay here around on the fretboard, let the fingers stand up. Beautiful E minor chord. And now we did in the first video the A sus2, where we just could place this shape on two different strings, or on different strings, and we had another chord. We just placed the index and middle finger on the two strings in the middle, on the D and the G string, like this. And this is already a beautiful sound, but now I want to add another note, another finger to that A chord. And this is called the A, not this was called, just two fingers was A sus2. This chord is not that commonly spreaded, but it's a good thing to start out with it so you can practice changing between chords. The A major chord, which I want to show you right now, is the more common A chord, okay? We place the ring finger right next to the middle finger in the second fret of the B string, which is the second string when you count from the bottom. And I assure you, you will need some time, at least some minutes, to get your fingers all placed in the second fret on the D, G and B string. You see, everybody has to get into this second fret. Really try to let the fingers stand up, not lie on the fretboard or something. The thumb is on the back to give the counter pressure. And you might already have heard of an A chord. If you only hear a letter, it's supposed to be a major chord. If you hear E minor, then it's a minor chord. So you always say minor when it's a minor chord, but if it's a major chord, you only say the letter, like E minor and A, which means A major. Just for you, if you're grabbing out there some tabs or chords and you're confused that there's always standing minor and never major when it's supposed to be a major chord, this is why. They only write down the letters. A big letter, then it's a major chord. And most of the time there's written blah blah letter, and then minor, then it's a minor chord. And now try to change between those two shapes and get used to those three fingers in the second fret. This is kind of hard in the beginning. And when you've done that, just do single strums for E minor and then go over to A major, and then go back again to E minor. Please do me the favor and do it just like this. Only focus first on your grabbing hand, then you add, when this works out, you add your strumming hand by just hitting the strings once. And when you hit the right strings, because on the A chord you only hit 5 strings. You know, leave out the lowest one, the E string, okay? When you play the A chord, only 5 strings. For the E minor chord, take all 6 strings. And go on like this. Both hands have to work together. But this will need some time, especially this A major chord. So many songs out there that use those chords. And not when you're playing this, try to listen to the character of major and minor. Minor is kind of like a sad mood or something. And then you go to major, it's kind of like more happy. Yay! And you always have in songs major and minor chords mixed together. It's not like this that you only have for sad songs only minor chords. But in general, if you just isolate those chords, you get the idea that you get certain moods from that. And I think this is beautiful, that you can describe emotions by playing on a guitar. Or on an instrument. This is beautiful. And now, when you master changing between the chords with just one strum, try to bring in a strumming pattern. And you might see, first of all, it's down, down, up, up, down, up, 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 down, down, up, up, down, up. If you have trouble with this pattern, just practice it on one chord first. Same idea, always when you have trouble with something, try to make it easier. First go back a step and then go back to 2 chords. You might have seen already that I grab the E minor chord and the A minor chord a little different in terms of how I place my hand here. I like to take my thumb as a helper for those kind of stuff when I do strumming. To mute strings I don't want to have ringing around. Because for the A minor chord, I don't want to hear the low E string, as I said before. And that way, with the thumb over here, I can mute the string a little bit if I want to. So I can focus more on the pattern itself and can make sure that my grabbing hand helps me muting strings I don't want to hear. For E minor, it's pointless because I'm allowed to play all the 6 strings. And with those 2 chords, and if you try to work on those chords for a couple of weeks, 5 minutes a day or whatever, you will see great progress there. The fun thing is you can also try to practice this pattern. To play it like this or like this. And play A sus2 and A major after each other. So start out with A major. A sus2, A major, A major, A sus2. So you got 3 chords, E minor, A, and for example play also E sus2 again, to get used to all those crazy things, you know, that you can lift up a finger and put it down again while still holding the pressure with the other two fingers here. This can be quite challenging. A sus2 and A major, that you can raise and lower the ring finger while still playing. You can also do it just with one strum for beginners. Sus2 and major. And sus2 and major. Sus2 and major. So a lot of different options that you can work with just 2 or 3 chords to get your hands going, to get your strumming hand going. So a lot of cool stuff going on there, sounding already like a little bit like music, I think. As I said before, don't hurry, don't be too hard on yourself saying, I'm not talented. This can also be a problem of your tuning. So this is also a recommendation I want to make to you. Really make sure your guitar is actually in tune. I already linked that in the first video, and I'll do that again. In the video description, you'll find a video on how to tune your guitar properly, because if your guitar is not in tune, everything will sound not good, and you will lose focus and fun while playing guitar. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you had a lot of fun and learned some cool new stuff here. If you want to learn more, I have some cool free lessons which you also find in the video description. Check them out. A good basis also for all the details you need to know when playing guitar, going even deeper into detail than I did in this video. So check those videos out. It's a lot of fun and a lot of stuff to learn there. So thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video. Bye.